I didn't cheat on you. It was just a test ride. It was just a test ride. Why are you mad at me? No, now you give me the silent treatment. Look, she's way over there. She's way over there. It was just a test ride, I swear. Oh my gosh, she meant nothing to me. With a Rebel yell, more, more, more. TG MotoRider. This is a 2022 Honda Rebel SE with ABS. Taking it for a test ride. Took it down the highway here. I want to take it back on the highway and show you what I really think about it. The ABS is great. The slipper clutch is great. 500cc parallel twin gives you 46 horsepower. 0 to 60 right around 6 seconds. 414 pounds wet. 2.9 gallon tank. It gets about 67 miles per gallon. So that's one of the saving graces. About 180 miles before you have to start looking for a gas station, which is pretty cool. Liquid cooled, of course. Dual overhead cam. Each cylinder has 4 valves. So you know what? It moves the air and gas pretty well. It's got a big fat thick 130 on the front. You got a 150 on the back. So nice wide tread pad. An awesome bike for a first time rider. It's got the LED package. Everything's LED, which is great. So let's take it for a ride. I'm going to tell you what I think about it. I'm 5'9". Let me just throw that out there. I think it's a little bit cramped for me, but everybody's different. First time rider at a 27-inch seat height is going to be in really good shape. So let's go for a ride. It reminds me a little bit of the SCR 950, the way your legs are around the tank. Actually, the way your legs are not around the tank, I should say. Tank's very narrow, so your knees really don't get to wrap around it very well. Okay, here's the upper view I'm talking about. See that thing? It's locked against the lower part of my leg. So if I want to squeeze the tank, I squeeze the tank, but then my feet are bowed outward. It's a little awkward. All right, we're going to take it on the highway and see what it does. Because I've seen a lot of people ask that question, is the Rebel 500 any good on the highway? Well, I guess we're going to find that out. I know for sure I wouldn't want to take the 300 on the interstate, only because, man, you'd be fighting for every square inch you got out of that motor. But is the 500 any good? Well, let's give it the beans and find out. So it's a 6-speed, and that's it. I'm in 6th gear. I'm doing 70, 71, and the bike's fine, perfectly stable. Now it is 414 pounds. It's a very light bike, so you're gonna definitely feel it getting blown around a little bit on a windy day. Like today's kind of windy. We're in Missouri, so it's always windy, but yeah, it's getting blown around a little bit, not gonna lie to you. Now I'm hammering it in 6th gear, and now I'm creeping up to 70, 75. If you're just learning, then this bike is great. I mean, it's great. If you're just learning how to ride, it's light, and if you do need to get on the highway, you can. And it gets great gas mileage, and it's very easy to boss this bike around. I wonder if there's self-canceling turn signals. Let's see. No, they're not self-canceling turn signals. It does give you a gear indicator. Right now I'm in 5th. I don't have a tachometer, but you can hear the motor pretty well. You know, I like the big fat tires, to be honest with you. That's kind of a nice thing. I wouldn't go on the highway like this trying to do 70, 75 to keep up with traffic on a Rebel 300. But the 500 I would, and if you look at the price difference between the two, even brand new, it's a couple thousand, but you know, it's worth the extra little bit of horsepower you're gonna get, in my opinion. All right, so I'm in 5th, and I'm gonna kind of pump it up a little bit. And in 5th gear, if I hammer it, yeah, it's climbing much faster. Now I go to 6th, and 6th gear sort of settles it down like an overdrive, kind of. You do have some acceleration. I'm giving it the beans, but it's a slower crawl in 6th gear. And the clutch pull on it is very, very easy. Very easy clutch pull on it. I mean, this would be a great first motorcycle for somebody for sure. 1st gear. Yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. You're revving through. Just a little mid-range you can hear. I think it's a great bike to start with. And to be honest, I would start with the 500. I mean, you might want to cheap out and go with the 300 just to see if you really like motorcycle riding. But if you find out, hey man, I took the test, I'm in love with this, become a junkie like me, and you've had 13 bikes and you keep buying new ones all the time, this might be a better place to start for you, because you can go on the highway and you'll be fine. So it gives you a lot of nice extras. I mean, there's a lot of nice bonus features for something that's brand new to a brand new rider. Okay, the LEDs, the slipper clutch, the easy clutch pull, the low seat height, I mean, the anti-lock brakes, the fuel range. You're not going to be stopping for gas that much. It's a very light bike. It's only 414 pounds wet. That's really light for me. You know, if you're just going to bop around town and go to work, great commuter. And it's a Honda. It's going to last you forever. You're never going to have a problem with it. You know, the Parallel Twin 500 is a great motor. I mean, it's a rock star good motor. If I had started on something like this, I would have gained confidence much faster. Instead of starting on I started on a CMX 250, a really, really old one with a bad gearbox that didn't like to shift very easily. And taking that one on the highway, riding out that 250 motor while it's just spinning and whirling at you and screaming at you, while everyone else is flying by you and you're doing the best you can with this 250, was a terrible experience. It didn't take me long to get a bigger bike. It really didn't. You know, so this kind of solves that for you. You get this as your first new bike, you're good for a while. Until you really get your bearings, get a couple years under you, this will give you everything you need to get started. I mean, I've had a VTX 1800, I've got a ZX14, Triumph Thunderbird 1600, VFR 1200 4-cylinder motorcycles, and, you know, I've had a lot of bikes, and this would have been a better starting point. I think for any rider, this is a better starting point. Even better than the 300. That's just my personal opinion. So take it for what it's worth. It's a very small list of cons compared to the pros you're getting from Honda here. I mean, and it's a beautiful bike. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's like just urban assault cruiser. It looks awesome. And that's my review of the Honda Rebel 500 SE to 2022. For some people, all the bike you ever need, but an awesome beginner bike. TG MotoRider, signing off. Oh my gosh, she meant nothing to me. She's not talking to me now. Hope you viewers are all satisfied.